Well, the cowboys are back. It looks like they have a cow and calf in the trailer. We're unloading her. Hello friends, welcome to the farm tonight. I want to tell you about this cow back here behind me. 9 months ago, we bought her at an auction, and we thought she was pregnant in her second or third trimester, and we were like, hey, this is awesome. We'll bring her home to the farm, we'll let her have her baby, and eventually her and the calf will bring us a lot more money. It'll be a good deal. So we brought her home. The next morning, I'd put her down in this pasture down below us that you can see there with another cow, and I come out in the morning and she was gone. She had jumped the fence. We didn't know where she was. We looked for days and couldn't find her. Well, we were heartbroken. You know, not only was it $500 down the tubes, but we thought, man, this is not like the plan that we had intended for it to happen. I'm going to tell you a story right now that has truly blessed our life, and I believe it can change your life. There was an old man that had one son and a horse. That's all he had. And one day he left the corral gate open, and his horse ended up running away. And no matter where he looked, he couldn't find it. And the people in town were like, man, I am so sorry. What a bad day. You lost your only horse, your only means of transportation, or to plow your fields or whatever. But this old man said, I don't know if it's good or if it's bad. And the people kind of mocked him and said, you're crazy. It's obviously a bad day. And he let him know, I don't know if it's good or if it's bad. Well, a couple days later, this horse got thirsty, and it ends up coming back for water, and it brings with it 5 wild horses. And then the people in town are like, wow, that is crazy. That's awesome. What a great day. You are so blessed to now have 6 horses, and life's great. And the old man said, I don't know if it's good or if it's bad. And again, the people are like, you are crazy. Obviously, this is a great thing. You now have 6 horses. But the old man reiterated to them that I don't know if it's good or if it's bad. Well, a few days later, his only son was out there breaking the horses and messing with these new wild horses. And as he did, one of these horses ended up rearing up and coming back on his leg and crushed his leg. And then the people in town were like, man, that is so bad that your son has a crushed leg. He can't work. He can't help around your place. And the old man again said, I don't know if it's good or if it's bad. And again, they thought he was crazy, but he let him know that I don't know if this is good or if it's bad. Well, the next day, some government officials come to their little town and said, hey, we need all the young men to come. We're going to war. Well, they took all the young men with them, but this old man's son couldn't go because his leg was broke. Well, as the story goes, these young men went to war, and none of them came home alive. The battles became fierce, and each of these boys lost their lives. And the old man's son was spared because of the broken leg. Was it good or was it bad? This old man trusted God. He trusted the plan, and he realized that what we perceive may not always be the whole story. If we truly trust God's plan, there may be good things ahead of us that we don't even realize. Well, Vicky, she's the one with so much faith, and she reminded us of this story, and she said, hey guys, is it bad or is it good? And we're like, okay, Vicky, we get it, but this is bad. We just lost a $500 cow that's pregnant. And again, she said, I don't know, is it good or is it bad? Maybe we'll find it later and it'll have a calf. And and maybe it will have already found a bull, and she'll be pregnant again. And we laughed about it and thought, well, that would be good, but it just didn't seem likely, especially as the months passed. Well, now 9 months later, we get a call from a rancher, and he said, hey, Alan, tell me about that cow you lost. What did she look like? And I said, well, she is a red cow with a purple ear tag in her ear. And he said, well, I have your cow. And she has a nice little bull calf on her. We got out there, we got her trapped in one of his corrals, and she's wild as can be. She doesn't look it right now, but she's been charging me at the fence here earlier, so I'm kind of watching my backside so she didn't come hit me off the fence. But anyway, as I say that, she's eyeing me. So we finally got her home. Here's the prodigal cow. The lost has come home, and she came home with her baby. And we'll take her and the baby to auction on Wednesday because we don't have any nice enough fences to keep her in. She's a Houdini. She escapes everything. But Vicky was right. Was it bad or was it good? The rancher, I offered to pay him. I said, hey, you've been feeding her for 9 months. What do I owe you? And he said, oh, don't worry about it. She's just been with my cows and been with his bull. And was it bad or was it good? Looking at it from this angle, it looks like it was actually a good thing. In life, that's how things are gonna go. My wife Vicky went through a divorce years ago, and at the time that was a bad thing. It was a hard thing. She says she wouldn't wish it on anyone. And yet, years down the road, I am so grateful. It was a good thing. I wouldn't have met the love of my life had she not gone through that divorce. Our children wouldn't have the wonderful mother that they have. And anyway, was it bad or was it good? At the time it seemed bad, but looking at it years later, it definitely was a good thing, and I am so grateful. And we just got to trust the plan. We got to trust God's plan for us and realize that He knows better than we do what needs to happen and what could happen in our lives. Another example, years ago, we kept asking my employer if we could move down to Arizona. We were living in Salt Lake area at the time, and we wanted to come down closer to family and live in a small town. And I would put in my request, and time after time, other men would be asked to come to small towns in Arizona. Even men that hadn't asked to come to small towns in Arizona would be given that chance. And at the time, I thought, man, this is horrible. This is so bad. Why is my employer not listening to me? God, why is this not happening for me? But wouldn't be standing here on the farm, standing here at the farm on Route 66. We wouldn't have lived here for almost the past 20 years. We wouldn't have put down roots here and raised our children here. But God knew where we needed to come and when we needed to come. And we've learned to just trust His timing. And when things happen that may seem bad, we need to realize, is it bad or is it good? Ask yourself that question next time you face a challenge, and then trust that God will make things right. Hope you have a great night. I hope this little motivational message from the farm is helpful. Good night, y'all.